So everyone, welcome to FMTraining.tv. Every day is a great day to learn about the FileMaker platform, whether you're using it to take boys and girls to kindergarten, school, and to teach them reading and writing arithmetic. FileMaker is a great tool to be used for that. We're very excited about that. It's a very diverse tool. You can use FileMaker to make your life better, right, Margaret?
Yep.
Oh, real quick, that we have a lot of project work going on. If you are in need, Margaret, if you can go back to the top, but just go to RC Consulting real quick for me. If you are in need of help, a couple of my project engineers has completed work. I know that there's some development cycles if you're looking for UI help with that, with your projects or other development API related things. If you need assistance on that on your project, feel free to reach out to my team at support@rcconsulting.com. Just send an email to support@rcconsulting.com, and we will assign an engineer the best fit for you. We talk to you briefly about what you need to do. With that in mind, I'm going to cut it loose. Nick, are you ready to take over, baby?
Yes, I
All right.
am.
Good.
Today we do a little bit differently because last week I had problems to get the people to understand some concept in the relationship. I'm not surprised. That's why nobody want to talk about that. I know I was in uncharted territory. I try. And I'm going to bring another example to make sure that everybody is going to understand how that works, right?
Sounds
So
good
because
to
it's
me.
very important so it's very important for everybody to understand what's going on there. Okay. So because relationship is pretty much should be the core of your everyday work. You know, you should work like more than 60% of your time on relationships, right? And leave alone everything else, right? Because all the problems can be solved using relationship, absolutely all problems that you, and everything you want to do with related data, which is the purpose of FileMaker. You know, we have related data. So it is important that you understand how relationship works and how you can manipulate them to get your results, right? So, but you know, I'm going to try an example, right? So let's say, I'm going to share my screen real quick. So I'm going to go slow. It's okay. I want you guys to understand, and you know, I mean, I was surprised last week. You know, everybody said we didn't get it. I was surprised, but after thinking about it, I said, okay, that's normal. Okay, it's normal because, and that's the reason why nobody wants to talk about that. You know, it's because it's hard. You know, so let's bring this contact here, right? And I'm going to take an example. I was working with, I don't know if he's in, is he here, Ken? Ken Tully, is he here?
He is here. Hi, Ken.
Okay, so Ken needs to validate a contact. He needs some documents, right? So he needs some stuff like this. He needs a certificate, a contract, insurance, and permit. Some stuff like this, right? So you need those documents for each contact to be able to get in, right? His balloon stuff, right? Okay. So I'm going to take this example and I'm going to make it the way where we're going to use relationship. Right? So for each contact, so this is a contact for each one, I need to fill these documents. Okay. So first, what I need a table, right? Where I'm going to put this information here. I'm going to create a record for each of them. Okay. So I'm here and I'm going to say document, document types. Okay. So here I'm going to put all my document types. So as I already told you many times, on every single table I'm creating, I have a parent key. Okay. So this is ID document type. Okay. And it's a UUID like we always do. Okay. UUID, and I'll remove this. So why I'm removing this, so since we're here, so why I want this to be gone here? I explain to you. So here I have my document types, okay? And why do I want this to be unchecked? I create a new record, I get an ID, okay? Because that's a UUID, that's a principle. Every time I'm creating a record, I'm going to get an ID. But if I create a new record, I have another ID. But if I do this, if I duplicate the record, boom, I get the same ID. I duplicate the record. And that's wrong, because now I have two records with the same ID, right? To prevent that to happen, you uncheck this. Then, if you duplicate the record, well, you will duplicate everything else. Let's say let's say I'm going to put my types here, right? So let's say I want to put my type here, right? So I have a certificate. Yeah, if I spell it right. I have permit. Well, I can, yeah. What else I have? Insurance, right? Yeah, I'm far away from my keyboard. So. Okay, so if I duplicate this, let's say I'm checking this, right? Like it was. And I duplicate this, right? So I get the same ID. But if I uncheck this and I duplicate this gets duplicated, but not this, correct? So this is a good behavior. You want to duplicate the record with everything else, right? Everything on the table will be duplicated, but not the ID, right? So this is why I'm doing it, right? And certificate and contract. Okay, so that's why always uncheck this. Okay, so now I have my table with my 4 types of document that I need to gather for each contact, right? So far, do you understand so far? Is that an example that talked to you better? Marge?
I think so, but we got a question. The UUID could change if the record is modified? Question mark.
No. If you modify the record, you don't. I mean, if you go there and you change this, no, it won't change, right? You see, it won't change. This here won't be triggered at any time during the existence of the record. It won't change, right? Because I'm going to explain that, this do not replace stuff and later if you want, but I don't want to waste time for this for right now. Yeah, this has some weird behavior sometime, right? And I really need to can you take note on this, Marge? Because, do you have a list of topics so we can see that, like, let's name it auto entry behavior, do not replace, stuff like, auto entry behavior, lookup, all this here, let's talk about this. Actually, let's talk about this, right? Okay. So yeah, if you can take note, then
Yes.
yeah, okay.
Wrote that down.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Okay. So now I have my table with all my 4 documents, right? So this now give me the opportunity to explain to you what some relationship type means. So I'm here. This is my document type, right? And I want to show them all, right, to all my contacts, right? I want them all. So I'm going to name this TO5C contact to document types. Okay, this is where, and this, since I want all of them at all time, I want all records on the other side of that relationship. This is a Cartesian. It's Cartesian. Cartesian. So what is a Cartesian link? Well, you say here, you come here, and you say whatever. You can pick whatever, whatever. You can poop, you do whatever. I typically use the first in the line, in the row that, just you need to pick something. And you select this one, the X, right? That means all records. That means you want all record whatsoever. You don't care if this match this one, I don't care. Okay? If this one match this one, I don't care. It doesn't care. Just you need one. It will take all the record on the other side. Okay? That's a Cartesian link. Right? So now, if I come here and I create a portal and I select this, I will have my full record at all time for all contacts. I have my 4 records. Correct? Right? So now, these are my types. The document type that I need for my contacts. I need those to get them active, to get them validated, Correct? I need them all. So far, so good. So we understand that, right? Much if we...
Yes, are we following along, people? Or are we not following along? Let me know. It's important. Ken says good here.
Yeah, Ken, of course.
We good otherwise? I think for the moment we're good. So.
Okay, cool. Okay, so document types. So that's my document types. Of course, I don't want to modify this. Okay. So that's my document type. But now I want to be able to know. I want to know the documents I have and the document that are missing. Which one I have and which one are missing. Okay? That's okay, right? Is that a workflow that talk to you guys? Just to make sure that that the example is clean off. So I want to know for this guy here, for Seth O'Brien, I want to know which documents is missing, right? Then I can contact him and say, hey, you know what? It's missing your insurance and missing your permit. Can you send it to me, right? So that's a scenario that should talk to everybody, right?
Yep. Yes, following.
Okay, yes. Cool. Then I see. So now that I have more, right?
Wait, Nick.
Right? Yes.
Nick, pause.
Yes.
Your voice just went very robotic.
Oh. Maybe that better now? Hello. 1, 2, 3.
Keep talking.
1, 2, 3. Hello.
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Yes.
1, 2. Still doing?
No, you're good now. I don't know what that was.
Okay, yeah, it's because I have a fan next to me and maybe the wind in the microphone that was doing like something weird.
Oh, that would probably be what did it. Okay, yeah. So now you're good.
Because now it's okay because I switch off.
Yes. Oh, yes. Now you're fine.
Okay. Okay. So now I want to be able to store those PDFs that I'm receiving, certificate and the contract and the insurance. So those documents, I want to store them for each person, right? So now I want to create a document table, right? I don't know if I have one now. So I want the document table. Okay, documents. Okay. And here I'm going to store the documents. Here it was the types, and here is just the document, the container, right? So what do I need? What I want to do, okay, I want to store for that set O'Brien contact, I want to be able to say, I want to add the certificate, or add the permits, or add the insurance, okay, right? So that's what I want to do. So this table here, remember, I have here a document type. I have an ID. Each one has an ID. Each type has an ID, correct? Wow. I want to be able to click and select which type I want to add. So remove this first. So we do a button here, and let's build a button, a transparent button, right? Oh, sorry, this is out of there. So I want a transparent button, right? But I want this,
Yes.
I want an icon, okay? And this icon here, I want it on the right, right? And a little bit more here, okay. So this is my button that I'm going to put on top of here, correct? Okay. I have my button here. So I want that button. So let me show that I have all the states with the same transparent. Okay, I want that button to select the type. I want to be able to select the type. So, right? And of course, I want this to be here. So I want that button, make sure it takes all. I want that button to be a selector. I want to be able to select the type. I want to create a global field. I call it selected document type. Okay. This is a global field. Great. It's a global, right? And this field, I can display it. Let's display it. Where is my G? Okay, here. This field here, right, is where I'm going to store. When I click here, I'm going to store the ID of the document I clicked. Okay? So pretty much this button is a set field, right? And I'm going to set field this global field with whatever ID in this TO5C table, right?
Yes.
So far so good, right? So here, if I click here, I get 0C66. 0C66, this is certificate, right? If I click permits, I get 4AB, which is permit. If I click insurance, I receive BB300, right? So this is how you select your type. I store the ID here, okay? So now, I want to be able to see which one I am in, because so far I have no idea which one I selected, right? So that's why we have this nice conditional formatting, right? I'm going to add a condition, and the condition is whatever ID in this global equal whatever ID in the TO5C. And I want the field color to be blue, the icon color to be white. And of course, so now I have this, right? See here? Correct? So here I have a way to prevent to have true object here. See here I have a text field and I have a button. Well, let's prevent that to have two objects. Let's have one only. So no, you are not making a text a button. This is a bad, it's a bad behavior. It's a bad idea. You don't do this to make a text field a button. You can, but it's not a good idea because it makes a mess. Okay. Now what you do is this. You get this out and you merge the fields you want. You do a merge field. So I want this. I want this field to be inside the text of the button. So this is how you do. You merge a field, cut it, right? You select your button and you paste this in. And you resize this to what it was, which is 26. So now I have only one object, right? Which is a button, including the text, and I get the benefit to have only one conditional formatting for both of them. The field color, the text color, and the icon. I have one conditional, not two. If I had kept this, I would have a conditional formatting to get this white and this and another conditional formatting here to get the field blue and the icon. Now I have in the portal, I have only one object that do everything. So it's better. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. So now I need to get this here like this. Let's put 26 again. Okay. So now I know which one I have selected. Correct? So using the global here, I get many things out of this. First, I get the UI, I get the conditional formatting to work. That's the first thing I get. But now I have everything to be able to put, to add documents for that contact, for that document type in no time. Just what I need, it's a relationship, right? Yeah, just what I need is a relationship. Why is this oh yeah, I have no fields. So in the document, you guessed it, I need an ID document. You remember I have always a UUID, always, even if I never use it, I have it in every single table, right? Because it ends up that I always use it. So, and I uncheck this, right? Now, what do I need? Remember, I want to connect two things. I want to connect the contacts, and of course, also I want the certificate, the type. So I need an IDF, so a foreign key, a foreign ID of the contact, and the foreign key of the document type. Right? Document type. And of course, I need the container, right? Where I'm going to put the document. So now, thanks to that, I have all what I need to be able to add documents just with one relationship. So remember what I told you, I copied this and then I paste the name and then I change just what I need to change, right? So, and the link here will be the main link, the most important. I will have two fields in that relationship, two predicate, but I can show only one. But the most important I need to know is the IDF contact. This is the most important of the two, right? And this relationship is going to create a record. Bear with me. So it's the ID contact with the contact and whatever selected document ID with the document type. You know, the document type ID with the document type. Okay. So I have two predicates here. This and the document I am in. You know, the type of the document I selected. And of course, I create a record if I have none on the other side. If I don't have a document on the other side, I need to create. So let's see how that works. Okay. Here, I'm going to show throughout this relationship, you know, the contact documents which create. I want to see the container, right? I'm going to put here, the container, and I'm going to do this to make it bigger, up. Okay, right? So now, here, I want to add my certificate. So let's show what happened on the table of the document, right? What happened if I drag the certificates here, right? What will happen? Boom. I create a record, right? I create a record with the document here, one record. If I click here on permits, well, I change the relationship. So this ID with this ID, and I have no record over there. So if I drag the permits, boom, now I have two records here. One with the 4AB, and 191, right? What happened if I click, I get the insurance. Boom, I'm an insurance. Permit, certificate. If I go contract, I have nothing, right? So when this is empty, we can use a placeholder, say, okay, drag, right? Document here, right? When it's empty, drag document here. When I have something, I have the insurance, I have the permit, I have the certificate. If I go to another contact, boom, I have none. It's another contact. Here, as a certificate, here I don't have. Here I don't have contract, boom, 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 right? So, if so far we understand that,
Yep, people are saying yes. We following? Still following? Any questions, concerns? Yeah, people are saying they're currently following. So
okay. So now, let's say I want to know that this one, I want to know this one is missing. Because if I'm here, I have no idea that the contract is missing. Do you know contract is missing? Do you see something telling you contract is missing?
nope.
Okay. So I ask you how you will do that.
How would you all make it so that you'd be aware a contract is missing? Call Nick.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay. So
You need a
that's why you can.
field, someone else said.
Yes. So you need a field where you're going to get all your contact, all your type ID, all this. I need a field where I collect all of those IDs, right? I need all of those IDs. So that's very easy, right? So let's do this. We are going to collect all the IDs, right? So there's many ways we can do that, but the best way is to prepare. So do you want to know the right way? Or do you
Yeah,
want
sure.
you want the right way? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So the right way first is to create the record, the field. The field is it's a link, and I name it document type IDs. IDs. Why I'm doing this? Because I know this field will receive more than one ID. Okay? That all the IDs, document type IDs. And of course, it's a global. I call it link because, of course, I'm going to use a relationship for that. So I want this to be fed at startup. When I start the solution, I need a script that feeds for me all those things. So you have it's a trigger, right? On first window open, right? And it's a startup, right? So this script a startup, right? So I want to collect all, what's the name? I want to collect all the IDs that I have here, right? But if tomorrow I'm adding a new, if I'm adding a new one day, I want this new one to be added automatically when you start up, right? That's what you want. Okay. So the script should do, go to layout where you have those document types, right? And you need to collect all the ID. So how you do this, right? In the document type here, I need to list all the IDs. So I need a list of document type IDs. So list of, it's a summary field, and it's a list of this, right? So now I'm going there, right? And I say, set fields in contacts, document type IDs, right? With this. Why? Remember, I told you, you can set a global field from anywhere in the solution without any relationship between those two tables. Pretty much, I can feed that field from anywhere in the solution. It's a global. I don't need a relationship. I can go there, put the field here from any, even if I don't have a relationship, I don't care, right? I go there, and I can feed this without any relationship, right? So I can do whatever I want. So now that I have this, let's see if it works, okay? Right now, my field, this one here, it's empty. It's empty, correct? So now let's go to File option, script trigger, on first window open, and let's put that script there, right? And of course, at the end of this, let's go to the original layout. So let's see if it works. So I'm going to close that file, right? I'm going to close that file and reopen it. Boom. Now, this field here, right? I have my ID, correct?
You're going in and out again.
Oh, really? Oh, really?
Yes.
Cannot be there. Well, let me check my speed stuff here. I don't know why. It's my internet pretty good.
Okay, now it's cleaned up again, so I don't know what's happening. So now you
I don't
sound
know.
normal.
I'm not sure it's coming from me though. I'm not sure it's coming from me.
Maybe it's me. Well, every time
Yeah, no, I'm on the wrong. Oh, that's why. I'm on the wrong Wi-Fi. Okay, I don't want to switch Wi-Fi. If I do that, I cut. So let's see. Let me know if it's acceptable until the end of the. But tomorrow I will make sure that I'm in a good on the right Wi-Fi. Is that okay?
works for me. We have some questions when
Okay.
if you want to answer them.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go for the questions.
Conditional format, count records on that link, populated container scores as 1. Oh, these all maybe all suggestions. Here's a question. Are all your links globals?
Depends. This here, all those links here, sometimes they're not, okay? They're global here because I want the content of this field to be for every single record the same. But this here, I don't want that to be the same for every record. I want to be unique for each record. This one, I want those IDs for every single contact, right? But sometimes not. This I want to be for one contact. For each contact, I want that to be different. So it's still a link, but it's not a global. This is global because I want that to be always for all the records. That's why I use global. Okay. Other question, or I can?
I think you're good for the moment. So
Okay. So now I have in one field, I have all the documents available for all the documents that I need. All the documents I need are here, right? And I have all those IDs are here in that field, right? So now what do I need? I need to collect the IDs of the document types of the document I have, right? So here I need a relationship. I don't know if this one, no, is the same relationship from contact to documents. Follow me. But I want all, current documents. Oops, current documents. So what we'll do, what we'll do, I want to know from this contact to the document, I want all the documents that I have for that contact. Okay? So what this, remember I have for that contact, which one? Okay, here. For that contact, Seth O'Brien, I have the certificate, I have the permit, I have the insurance, I don't have contract, I don't have license. So this relationship here will return I have those documents types for that contact, for that contact. I have 3 document types for that contact. Right? Makes sense. Certificate is 1, permit is 2, insurance is 3. I don't have contract, I don't have license. So that's why they don't appear here. Right? Correct? Is that correct? So
yes.
are we okay? Following up.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm going to create another link, right? That I call current documents, IDs. And I can rename this all documents IDs. This is all document types IDs, and this is the current, don't know what I have today, current document types ID. The one I have, and it's not a global. It's not a global. I want that to be for every single contact. And it is the list of this. Okay? I want this list. I want this list of, I just show you. I want this. I want to know which one I have. Okay? But here the catch though. Remember, trigger, can you send again the link to the webinar about the triggers?
Yes.
Auto entry. Okay? This here, I want this to be populated every time I'm changing. I want this list to be activated every time I'm making a change in this contact, right? So I need to use a trigger to, in order, what happened? Yeah, oh, that happened to me many times. my keyboard gets. Okay. So I want a trigger. So I'm using this, right? I'm going to use that trigger field in order to recalculate this on demand using, so each time I'm modifying this, right? I want this field. So this is the all, and this is the current. So each time I'm changing this, I want this to be recalculated. I need a trigger on record commit. And do this set field, trigger, get timestamp. Okay? So each time I'm committing this table, I'm going to get this field here triggered. Ergo, thanks to this, if I trigger this, this will get fed up. Pop. See? But now, if and I'm adding the contract, oh yeah, because I do this with the drag and drop. Okay, if I do again here, it come here. Yeah, because the drag and drop is not, it's not, it doesn't count that as a commit, but it's okay. Let's pretend it works. So now I have 4. Okay. So far, so good. So now I want to know which one is missing, right? But I have all the pieces of the puzzle to know which one is missing. And the relationship is going to tell me this. This is all the document that I should have. This is all the document I currently have. Which one is missing? Well, I have another link missing document type as the ID, right? All document type ID, current document type IDs, missing document type ID. So how I know which one is missing? So I ask you how you will do that. With a crazy calculation? Tell me how you will do that.
Relationship not equal. People are typing. Inverse.
Correct.
Nick? Nick, you there? Same time. This happened at 1:53 last time. Oh, okay, you are here.
Right?
Nick.
Not, yeah? Hello?
You cut out for a little bit. So do you want to back up slightly? I told you inverse was the response. And then I didn't hear your response. Oh. God damn it. Same time every day. He'll have to figure out what that is.
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry for that.
You're back?
Yeah. It's because I was on the wrong, it switched automatically on the wrong Wi-Fi. And it kicked me out. So I took the opportunity of switching to the right not the right one.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, so, but to know the missing documents, I don't want to point to my document table. I want to point to my document types, right? Bear with me. I'm going to explain. So this, I'm going to link, remember that missing documents, these current documents, the current document stuff. I'm going to link this, the current documents, the one I have, I'm going to link, and I said, I don't want those. Ignore the one I have, ignore the one I have, and show me the one I don't have. If you this table have all the document types, which is the table where I put all the record I need. If I here with this field, I'm receiving the one I have from my document table. I receive all the ID of the document table. Say, okay, here you have. This is the document you have, and this is the document ID you have for that document. And then I have another relationship that says, okay, this is all the document ID you should have. Okay, ignore the one I have and show me the one I don't. Right? So the missing document is pretty much the same as this, but I'm using F, the missing document with the document ID type. So I'm going to get the IDs of the document missing. Oh, yeah. So if I'm changing this, now, so I have, this is all the documents. This is the current document I have, and this is my missing documents. Right?
Yes.
Hold on. Why said all of them? Current document type ID. This is the missing. Oh, that's funny. Hold on. Missing documents. F document types. Yeah. ID document types, missing document. Yeah. So why said all of them? Well, it should tell me only one missing. Okay. It should say that I'm missing this one. Why said all of them? Okay, let me see. Document types. Current document type ID. Yeah. Okay, I have no idea what's going on here. Huh. It should say that is missing this, but he showed me all of them. It should say, because I have those. Hold on. Yeah, current document type IDs. Hold on. Is that the global? No. Well, okay, so this is all. So let's clean up everything. Why is coming back? Oh, because I have the I have the on commits. Let's deactivate this for now. Okay. Okay, so If I reactivate this, okay. It should have said it's missing this one. Instead, it's giving all of them. Hold on, let me see something here. If I do a list, yeah, this is what happened when you do like without net. Yeah, it show all of them. That's funny. Hold on a second. Try to understand why. 5, 6. Oh, because I'm not getting. Okay, I did a mistake here. Hold on. In the current document type ID. Oh, that's why. Okay. I'm not getting the right IDs. I want those. And here, I want those. Okay. Yeah. Got it. Okay. So, which one is missing? So let's recap. Here I'm getting all the document ID that I should have. Okay. That all the document ID I should have. This is the document ID I currently have. I have certificate, permit, insurance contract, but I don't have license. Okay? And this is license. This is the ID of the license. This ID is a license. I don't have these documents, right? So let's say I'm deleting a document from here, right? And I reset this. Now I have I have 3 here, 2 here. We see switch. Let's say I'm deleting this one. And I reset. Now I have 2, 3. See, it switched from the one I have from my document table. The one is missing because the relationship says, okay, this is all the document you should have, right? This is a 2 document you have. And this is a document, well, that you don't have. So now I have, so did you get it? So do you need some explanations?
We have some questions. Don't you need the document table to get the list of what you have?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. The current document type IDs, I'm going to the document table and I'm getting the ID document type of the record I have in my document. That means this is my document table, right? And for these contacts, this is the type I have. Okay? So that's why I'm listing those 2 are listed here. That's the document type I have in my document table. Ergo, since I have those 2, the relationship, and that's the point of all that explanation, the relationship itself tells me this is the missing document you should have. Because in that table, hold on, in that table, that all the ID you should have, those. And since I have those 2, well, show me between those 5 records, show me the one that are not this one and not this one. This. So the relationship is telling that for me. So now, before we go to the other question, okay, I can say, for example, here, I can put an icon, for example, right? A nice icon like this. So let me make it transparent, right? Like make it red. And let's put something here. Now I want this to show up, not all of them, right? I want this to show up when it's missing. Nothing more easy. I have this field here with the list of the one missing. Okay? So this calc is pattern count. Yes, it's not equal. It's pattern count. Why? Because I have multiple ID. So pattern count, the list, in the list of my missing documents, right? I want the ID of this table, the C, this one. And of course, it's the opposite, not pattern count. I want this to hide, right? When it's not inside this field. Remember, it's hidden state. It's not showing state, it's hidden state. So when the ID here is not in the list, remove it. I have insurance, I have contract, I don't have certificate, I don't have permit, I don't have license. If I'm adding the license, which I don't have, but if I add the insurance, sorry, the permit, and I'm resetting this, it should come. It doesn't come. Why? Uh-huh. Hey. Okay.
Mhm.
There. No, I didn't commit the record correctly. So now this is gone. If I click here and I put the certificate and I reset this, it's gone. And it's gone for here. Now one is missing only, right? So the demonstration was between, I wanted to know which document I had inside and which document I didn't have. Okay?
Yes.
Do we have questions?
We do have questions.
But first, before we go, is this demonstration better than the one last week?
I understood it better, but y'all have to tell me. Yes.
Okay, so let's go to the question.
Yeah, they like it more. So.
Okay.
I notice you tend to use a lot of relationships rather than just a few key ones. From a performance standpoint, is that okay mainly because each relationship returns only a small set of results? Or is it more about how you structure them, like avoiding multi-level cascades and keeping it flat on that side? I'm mostly curious about how this affects processing speed and what trade-offs or advantages you're considering when setting it up this way.
Well, yes. So what you don't want is a bunch of relationship level. You don't want that to happen. This is bad, right? So yes, instead you bring back everything here at that level. Because this with the trigger cost nothing to get. It got nothing because from A to B, list of boom, pluck, you get the list of IDs. That's it. And it's indexed, so it gets no time to get this, even if you have millions of records. But anyway, you don't you don't use that technique for millions of records. You use that technique for this. You keep small. You know, I'm talking about 5, 10, 20, 50 records at the most for this, you know, type. You don't have 2 million types of documents. You know what I mean? So yeah, you narrow down. So the idea is to bring everything to the first level. You bring everything in that table. And then you build all the relationship you need to get all this ID together and to get the one missing and the get you have, the get you need, the one you need, the one you have, and the one you miss. Right? So this is what I have here, you know. Missing, current, and all. Document. Yeah. All. No, this is here. This is all. Right? So thanks to that relationship, right? It's very fast. If you do a bunch of secondary level, for example, if you here and you put your document table here, you here, so you need to go pass through this and this slow. This is awfully slow. Don't go. You never go to. You never go to another level. You bring everything in the first level. That's a demonstration as well. Demonstration is you need to get all your IDs. That's why I said use IDs. Don't use names. Don't use titles. No. You use ID. You select the IDs. You know the ID is unique, right? You know the ID is unique, so you never have duplication. You never had a problem with this, right? So the idea is, yes, you bring everything here and then you deal from here, always, like, right, the selected type, and you get a better UI. You get a better UI because you there, right? You have your types, and you click and you put the documents. Here you have the document, and here's missing. And you know this one is missing because I have this, right? Correct? So do we have another question?
Yes. If you leave the document record but delete the contents of the container field, does it still think it has the document?
Yes, but that's why you need to delete the record. You don't need you need but I can show. I mean, look, it's 2:15 tomorrow. I was going to show you this, and tomorrow I'm going to show you that if you don't have the UI, you deal with a lot of complexity. Okay, you need the UI. Here, all the problem I have is because I don't have the UI. When I will get the UI in, right? Well, everything will be correct. Well, everything will be good. When you clear this, if you do this, yeah, you still have the document here. The record is here. It's empty, but the record is here. It's empty. See the container here? It's empty, but the record is here. So it will never say which is missing. It never said that. So you need to delete the record in order to say, okay, this is gone, right? But that's super easy. I'm going to show you tomorrow how, when you get the UI, right? How I can delete this type in a document table, right? So that's part of tomorrow. And tomorrow I'm going to show you how I want to know. So I'm going to add another table, right? With prior year and current year, you know, like 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. You know, each year you need, you know, like I'm going to take a Ken Tully workflow, right? That say, okay, I need to know every year they need to resubmit, right, for every year. So I'm going to show you how I can add not only the type, right? But also the year. And I want to know if the current year, which 2025, if it's missing the document for the current year, not for all years, right? So I'm going to add a complication there and show you how the relationship is handling this for you, right? Because if you, let's be honest, let's say you don't want to use relationship at all to do that. How you do this? I'm asking, how you will have done this without, I want to know which one is missing. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Without getting a nightmare, in terms of calculation. Because here, before we go, here, everything is super freaking fast, right? Even this calculation here, this one, it cost nothing. It cost absolutely nothing because I'm dealing with a local fields and a first level relationship, a first level, not 2 or 3 level down, right? So it's A to B. It's not A to D level. So that's why it's fast. Because hidden state, if you get crazy, and I don't have a case, this is this missing there? No, I don't have. I have a pattern count with a not inside, which is fast. It's a bunch of IDs, it's texts, right? So that fast, right? And I'm getting a bunch of IDs, so it's very limited in terms of performance, right? And I don't care if I have to create relationship and fields and stuff like that. The fields and relationship are there for that their purpose, right? Right. So, and the key is the trigger that gets you everything updated, right? At the moment you change this, but because it's a related field, it doesn't get triggered. But I'm showing that tomorrow. I didn't want to add a complexity on top of that. So I just want to show this. And so do we have another question? If not, we can land.
I think we'll wrap it up. So.
But before so did you guys get it, or do you need more explanation tomorrow?
Do we need more explanation? Got it? Yeah, they're saying they got it. So.
Okay. Anyway, tomorrow I'm going to add this other level. Tomorrow I'm going to show you that I'm going to add a level between this and this, right? I'm going to add a level, but still A to B. I'm not going to get a third one here. No. Right? So that's the purpose of the demonstration tomorrow.
There we go. All right. Thank you, Nick.
Thank you. So see you tomorrow.
Absolutely. See everyone tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.